We are live. Any of you who are joining right now, say hi in the chat. Yeah, so hey Sonium, thanks for coming. I'll answer your question in a bit. I don't know, let's wait 2 more minutes until people are coming. And just a few disclaimers. My internet connection right now is pretty bad, so I'm basically on my phone's internet connection, so here and there might be some issues regarding so just stick to the stream until the internet is back. Hey Foodie, nice to see you again since the last live stream. And yeah, so basically everyone feel free to ask any questions you might have. I have this board of truth and of answering of AMA or whatever it is. I don't know. I just hang out with people and that's it. So we are gonna talk today about SaaS building, about Twitter growth, and honestly, I'm not an expert in any of those. I did some things, I built some stuff, and I know a few things, but I still have a lot to learn. Hey Sanat, or I hope I pronounce it correctly. Nice to see you. Ask questions if you have any. And yeah, I'm thinking to do this live stream thingy more regular. So we'll see how it goes. Apart from that, before I start answering any questions, next week on Wednesday, I'm gonna do a Twitter space with I Love SaaS, if you know the guy. What's his name? Yeah, so this guy he knows a lot of stuff about SaaS, and we are gonna do a Twitter space, so make sure you also come to this thing because it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'll post about it later in the week, but just a few announcements. I don't know, I'm pretty new to this live stream shit. I guess you can't say that on YouTube. What I was about to say is, let's answer your questions. I got a question here from Sonium or whatever, and this is the first crush, so it's kind of annoying. By the way, I'm in an hotel right now, and this is why I'm on my internet phone's connection, so no one really cares. But so basically the question is how to partner with okay, let me switch an angle actually. Okay, yeah, so the question is how to partner with a marketer to build a SaaS or to build a startup or whatever. So personally, I didn't do it yet, but I'm on my way to do it. In my opinion, if you really want to partner with a marketer, you need to have some skills and you need to have some abilities to show for what, like, why would someone partner with you with their marketing skills or whatever to build something with you if you have nothing to show for it? So the first stage, in my opinion, and I'm in my process of doing that, is to build skills, to show that you know how to build a SaaS, to do something that when the time comes and you do want to partner with someone, you have something to show for it. And I can come and say, oh, look at this, I built this thing, and let's build something together. Let's see how it can help your audience and how it can help the community. Now, this is one aspect of things, because you can either partner with someone who has a community and as an audience and understand all the problems their audience they have, what problems the audience is experiencing. So in that aspect, there is the partnership, which is like you give them ownership on 50%, whatever the terms are, you know. But this is one aspect. The other aspect is to freelance with people. But I'm talking right now about partnering and, you know, splitting ownership, basically. So the way you partner with people, the way I partner with people and I meet new people is by basically taking action. And by taking action, I attract more and more people to my life. And that way I decide, okay, I want to partner with this guy. I don't want to partner with this guy. And this is the way it works, or one of the ways it can work. Yeah, let's see. Do I have anything else to say about this? Let me think. So yeah, a lot of people come to my, I'll talk about the other aspect. So for example, I'm building right now SaaS. There are a lot of people who watch me on Twitter, right? A lot of people send me messages on the DMs and tell me, hey, I see that you are looking for a marketer or whatever, and yeah, let's do it. Now, these people, most of the times, I don't really see the value in partnering up with them. I have the community, I have the SaaS skills. What do you bring on the table so I can partner up with you? So if, for example, I want to partner with a marketer, I tell them, okay, look at the SaaS I built. I have this tool for Twitter. I have this audience, and if we partner together, we can solve a problem and we can fast get to where we to make good money, right? And the last thing I want to say is, right now I'm building a SaaS, but I'm not sure where it will take me. In my opinion, one of the fastest ways to build SaaS is to partner with someone who has already the marketing. It's so much easier because they do all the marketing, you do all the coding, and that's it. Right now I'm in a position where I do both marketing and both coding. And let me tell you, it's not the ideal case if you want to scale and you want to make money fast, in my opinion. So let's say a month ago, how can I partner with someone if I don't know how to build a SaaS for, let's say, 10 users, 100 users? How can I bring something to the table without showing my value? That was like a month or 2 months ago, where I was thinking, let's imagine right now I want to partner with a marketer. How will I do it if I don't know like the basics of building something? So first, build something, gain experience, and after that, what I would do basically, if you want the specific tactics, I would basically DM people. I would go find 30 marketers that I like, or maybe communities that I want to help. I would find who are the leaders in these markets, and I would just send them DMs. Now, based on what I just told you, let's say you build a SaaS, it took you a month to build a SaaS. So what I would send these people is, hey, I saw your, or would you like to make money with SaaS? I built this SaaS in 30 days. I know your audience has these problems. What do you say about partnering up? If you send 30 to 50 DMs like that, one person is gonna say yes. Like it's not rocket science. It's just trying and showing people what's your value. That's basically about partnering with people. And obviously, I wouldn't partner with anyone. I would qualify people. I would first send 30 to 50 DMs. Then I would get them on a call, see if we, do some things like that. Then what I would do, I would start by one simple project, okay? I wouldn't build a SaaS all together just in the beginning because I don't know this person. Maybe we are not getting along, and if you go to a deep project and a big project for a long term, it might not be fun to work with someone you don't want, and so I would start with, I don't know, a small project, maybe a small tool, a free tool that you can build for them, or you can build together, and then they show it to their audience. Maybe something that costs like $10 that you can build in a week and see how you get along, and this is how I would partner with someone. Let's see. My voice is echoing. Let me check this. Thanks for telling me. Hey, okay. Wait. Okay, I fixed this cheat. So build SaaS, attract marketers on Twitter, connect. Yeah, that's basically the idea. Lead with value, I would say. How do you move it? Value, and that's the main thing. Now, do you see any difference in marketing a SaaS versus an info product like Airtable database? So I'm not sure what do you mean by Airtable database, but what's the difference between SaaS and info product? So to be honest, I'm still learning this process, but I think they are both the same. One of the mistakes I'm doing right now, and I'm doing, is building a SaaS is all about providing a result. An info product, for example, if you take a course, the most successful course in the market, if it's, I don't know, if it's building a Twitter audience, if it's, what courses do they have? Like cold emailing people and stuff like that. The best courses are those that provide results to people. So if we really take out the info product, the SaaS, or whatever it is that I'm building or you're trying to build, if we extract the underlying thing is solving a problem, getting a result, okay? People want results. The way to get the results is by using an info product, okay? Teaching people some knowledge, education, and things like that, or some tools that can help them achieve that. So in my opinion, marketing a SaaS versus marketing an info product is practically the same, because what needs to be marketed is the results, not the knowledge. Or what do I mean by that? So let's say a tool that can help you send cold emails. The feature is sending cold emails, but eventually the result that people want is to get more money, is to get money with cold email, or to get more clients, or whatever it is that they are trying to achieve. But at the end of the day, is the result. So if we market, for example, an info product that teaches you how to cold email, the end result is getting more clients. The tool that can be used to, make it easier to cold email is basically, again, providing the same result, which is basically making it easier to send emails so the user, the customer, can get money and make money. That's the idea. So hopefully it answered your question, Daniel. Now I got another question in here. So I would like to ask you, how do you get organized while building your SaaS products? I don't really understand this question. How do you get organized? I'm not sure. what does it really mean? But I'll try to answer that question. How do you get organized? So what I understand from this is, what's my routine when I'm building a SaaS? How do you build a SaaS while maybe you have other things to do or things like that? Yeah, I think it's not really accurate. How do you get organized while building your SaaS? Think okay, so I'll talk about my routine. What's my routine of building a SaaS? So the thing is, my recommendation and what I do right now is I have one steady source of income. So I don't need to worry about food. I don't need to worry about money. I'm doing freelancing to make sure that I have money to pay for the bills and to actually survive, right? That's the first thing in my routine. If I don't have one source of income or some source of income, I would be stressed. I would think constantly about money. I'm burning my savings. I don't have any I can't buy stuff. I need to live in below my means and do all these things, and it would make me overthink stuff. That would lead to short-term thinking, which would lead to how am I going to make money fast, and it will put me in pressure to make money, and instead of thinking long-term, how can I solve problems for people, I would constantly think, how am I gonna make money now? So the first part in my routine is one source of income that I can rely on, that I'm not stressed. Now then, allocating a few hours to work every single day, at least 2 to 4 hours. Now the thing is, even when I had, before I became a freelancer, I was working 5 days a week. But even then, I found 2 to 4 hours a day to work on my side projects and my projects overall. So the way I did it is basically, I was thinking like that. If I can wake up a few hours before I go to work, I can have clean 3 to 4 hours that I can work on my things. So this is what I did. I started waking up at 4 a.m. This is what I do, by the way, even now. And in 5 a.m. I start working on the things. Now then in 8:30 I had to start going to work and stuff. And I had three and a half hours to work on my things. Then I would get back home. Maybe I would have another 2 hours to work on my things. And at the end of the day, I had like 30 to 40 hours to work on my things. Yeah, you recommend hiring a developer to build your SaaS product for you. So the way I do it now is basically 3 days a week I work on clients' work, and the other day and the other time is basically working on my stuff. But every day I work on my things to get consistency, to get momentum, and this is how I build products while I'm having a job or a freelancing client. Now I see that we have another question. What's your learning process? Do you watch courses or have a mentor? So, yeah. So first of all, what's my process of learning? So I started on Twitter. I watched the Twitter space. I started observing, let's say, from the outside. And then I bought the course of SaaS VS. I'm not sure if it's available right now, but this was a pretty good way for me to learn. The guy is basically describing exactly how did he build all these projects and so on and so forth. And I took inspiration from that. In my opinion, the fastest way to build something or to do something is to see someone who has already done what you want. It's so basic. I'm in the game of speed. I want to get results fast, or more accurately, I want to learn how to get it fastest way possible. So the only way to do it is by following someone who already did these things, okay? And so I started by learning these things. Then I had enough knowledge to start and build something. So after accumulating knowledge, it's time to actually take action. Most people, and I did it myself. They are stuck on the knowledge part. You watch the videos, you do all these things, but you never take the action. Only once I decided, okay, let's apply everything I learned so far and see what's going on. That's where the insights are coming. That's where the best content is coming, by the way. Like the reason why I can post all sorts of things is because I take consistent action and I get insights that only people that really take action know what it's can get to this point. Okay, I'm still very, very early, by the way. I know nothing, in my opinion. And so back to the question, what's your yeah. So ideally I try to learn from people. I try to buy courses. I try to be coached, and I try to put myself deadlines. It means that if I can't achieve certain X result by, I don't know, let's say 30 days, then I would buy my way to solve this result. So 2 months ago, I had a goal to get to 1K followers, right? And I was saying, okay, if by this and that month I'm not getting this amount of followers, I'm going to buy coaching. There is a coaching program on Twitter from some people. I don't know, it costs like $300. And I would say, okay, if I can't achieve it myself in 30 days or 60 days, there is no point doing it myself. Let's just buy something that can help me do it faster. Okay? So that's my idea. Now, in terms of specifically SaaS right now, I take all sorts of resources from other places because eventually, as I said in the last question that you asked, Daniel, eventually SaaS is just a tool to solve a problem and a result. So my process right now is learning from people who already built businesses, online marketers, people like Alex Hormozy, people like Alex Becker, and people that already achieved some kind of results with building SaaS companies and in general building companies. If I can model their way of thinking and take action based on that, I'll reach that point. And also, there is someone who reached out to me and asked me if I want to join their coaching program. I might do it, by the way. And if you are interested, by the way, it's Dan Martel. He contacted me, and he has a lot of experience. I don't really know this guy personally, but I watched some of his videos. I know that he's the leader on coaching and doing these things. So he reached out and asked me if I want to be part of their program. I might do it. If let's say I give myself, hold me accountable, by the way. Let's say by the end of February, if I don't get sustainable results, which for me it's like 1 to 3K a month, it can be SaaS, it can be some kind of online form. If I don't get it, I just gonna buy this course. Like, even if, let's say it's, I don't know the price, but let's say it costs, I don't know, $10,000. Okay, it might be a lot, but if I can save with it years of experimenting myself and be around the community and get the results I want faster, I would put this, even if it's 10K. Here I said it. Okay, so the next question is, do you recommend? Yeah, I like this live stream so far. I'm dropping a lot of gems. Hopefully it's helpful, and I enjoy that. So keep asking questions, and we'll stay here for maybe till 12 and something. I don't know what's your time. Anyway, next question is developer. So the question is, do you recommend hiring a developer to build your SaaS product for you? Okay, so it really depends on your skills right now. What are your skills, and are you able to learn programming in, let's say, 3 to 4 months? In my opinion, it's achievable, but as a developer, as someone who knows how to code, I want to delegate as much code as possible. Because, once someone is coded and working, you can serve people and you can serve users. So I would start with trying to hire a developer. The problem with someone who doesn't know how to code and is not technical is you can't spot if people really know what they talk about or they are just messing around. The only way to know how to hire the right developers is to just hire them and expect to lose money. Okay, it's like investing. Let's say you have, I don't know, you have 2K budget to build the SaaS, or 2 to 10K budget to build SaaS. Okay, let's say you have this thing. Don't expect to make money on these things. Expect it to all go to zero if you hire a developer, because it will take time to learn how to hire the right person. It will take time to understand if someone is bullshitting you or is telling the truth. All this experience, in my opinion, it's really valuable. Knowing how to hire the right people and managing them and getting the results, it's a skill in of itself. It's something that people learn for years and it takes time to learn. So I would look at it as I have 2K to 10K to invest in building a SaaS, and I'm gonna invest it as my knowledge. This is the best, in my opinion, the best course you can ever buy. Taking your money and investing that in gaining experience while building something. That's the best course, the best college course, the best online course you can ever take. It's by putting money in investing in your experience. That's the way you get the best insights, the best lessons. So yeah, I would definitely recommend hiring a developer. This is something I'm also in the process of doing. I didn't start yet, but I see that as a bottleneck because it takes, like, building a software that is really solving a problem and without bugs, it takes time. So I would like to delegate some of it. On the other end, on the other side, hiring developers and communicating with them and doing all this work might take some time and headaches. So be prepared for that if this is the way you choose to go. Now, next question is, what's your target market audience and market size for your SaaS? So honestly, I'll be transparent. I'm still experimenting my options. Okay. Right now, the easiest way for me to build any business is to attract the SaaS founders' business. And this is what I'm doing right now. My niche right now is SaaS founders. Why? Because I'm a few steps ahead of them, and I'm a few steps ahead of it really depends on what goal, but let's say in terms of Twitter growth, I'm a few steps ahead of most SaaS founders who are trying to build an audience and things like that. So I already have a result that SaaS founders want, and I can provide them, and I can provide it to them. So this is my target niche, and honestly, from what I learned, okay, I seen it from Alex Hormozy. I don't know if you know this guy, but I watched this course. Oh, I watched this course this week, and it was so insightful. Go to this website, and if you want to build a SaaS, want to build any business, just go to this course. It's free course. This is crazy, and you can learn exactly how to build a SaaS, how to build an offer. At the end of the day, a SaaS is just a tool to get a result. It's one tool to solve a problem. One of the other ways is to build a course, maybe a template, maybe a script, maybe a way to transfer knowledge. Maybe it's a one-on-one call that can solve a problem. Okay, there are a lot of ways to solve problems, and SaaS and software is one of them. So watching this thing led me to think, okay, if I focus only on one niche and I extract all the problems, so yeah, let's take another page, SaaS founder, and I extract all the problems they might have. Maybe it's Twitter growth, maybe it's growing their SaaS business, maybe it's marketing, maybe it's learning marketing, and I extract all the possible problems they might have, and that I package into a course, maybe an info product, maybe SaaS, maybe software, whatever, and I make sure they get the results they want. Then this is my target market. Okay, so that's about target market and target market size. So basically, I take a look also at existing products for the market. So in terms of that, for SaaS founders, there are all sorts of communities, and as I showed you, one of the examples is Dan, who's basically attracting SaaS founders. He has a coaching program, and so I look at how much he's doing, and can I really take a piece of that? And honestly, like, I don't really look at the market size. I only look at, like, I'm so inexperienced right now that market size and all these things, it's just it's just noise. It's just makes me like focus on things that are not really important. Because right now, what's important for me, yes, I want to build a SaaS, yes, I want to build a business, yes, I want to make money with it, but what I want to put focus on is the skills, the experience. Because once I learn that in the right way, okay, so I made mistakes, then I can take the lessons I learned, I take it to a market that is actually working, and I can make it work in that kind of space. So continuing on that, before I answer the next question, I forgot what I was about to say. Let me think. Focus, people. This is why you I said 3K. Yeah, this is what I was about to say. So I focus right now on building skills, because let me tell you, now that I know how to build an audience, I can actually take the skills that I learned to build an audience on Twitter, and I can take it anywhere possible. So let's say I fail in this kind of account, like the boring SaaS guy account is failing and it's not working, right? I can apply the same principles that I learned with this account, and I can grow any account to 1,000 and beyond in a month or maybe less, and by just applying the things that I know that works. So this is why I focus on skills and learning the things learn them one time and do it best, so then you don't need to do it again, and hopefully you got it. What's the best SaaS pricing mode strategy? Pricing model strategy. Okay, so again, I'm not an expert. I'm just gonna speak about my experiences and how I see this from my perspective. So basically, pricing. So if you have been following me for a while, I have this Berdomate application, and not that one. I have Berdomate, which is basically a SaaS that I built in 7 days, blah blah blah. So I wasn't sure, how am I going to price this thing? How am I going to price this thing? I don't know what's the value of it. I don't know if people value that. And that was, by the way, the mistake. Okay, it was a mistake because I solved the problem that it is a problem, but it's too small. But let's put it aside because it's not important for this question. Now I decided, okay, instead of putting all sorts of, I had this Figma design, let it load, but instead of coming up with plans that are nonsense and I'm not sure about, I'm just gonna put one-time payment. Okay, so this is what I did. I put one-time payment, I put some kind of quantity, and I put a minimum in terms of how much people can buy. And this is my pricing plan. So at early stages, I don't know what's the value of things. So it's either looking at existing SaaS and see how they value their, what's their offer basically. That's one thing. The second thing is understanding the pricing as you grow your software. So for example, I had a person, like the one and only paid person who paid for this paid $90, and I can see how many they need over time. So instead of putting it so broad and like you buy how much you want, I tell them, okay, you get 300 messages for this kind of plan. Um, the other thing is about pricing is, again, it all comes down to business foundations, fundamentals. Okay, it's not really related to SaaS. If I solve a problem that can be painful for people, how much money can it make them? How much money does it save for them? If I can, I don't know, for example, let's take the Birdomate, the thing that I'm right now validating, okay, this idea. So if I can get people to get paid users to their SaaS with my software, and let's say they I don't know, let's say their LTV, their long time value, the LTV, the long term value is it's long let's see, yeah, lifetime value, not long term. The lifetime value of the customer, of a paid user, is basically, I don't know, let's say it's $100 over 3 months. So if I can get a person, or let's make it even more, so we have a good example. Let's say over 6 months, the basic plan that people get is like $30, and over 6 months, a SaaS founder is making $180 for a paid user. Okay, if they stay for 6 months. If I can get people, paid users, let's say I get one paid user for this person with my tool. Okay, so they are basically making $180 in 6 months for the minimum. Maybe they stay for a year, so they make like 160. Okay, so I can charge basically at least, I don't know, 10x less than what they are making, so maybe $36, okay? And that's just for one user. If my software is really working and really provides results, it's easy to price, and it's easy to price it, to give it high price. So let's say on average, I know that I can provide 5 to 10 users to people. So 5 to 10, it's around, let's make it 10 because I don't want to do math in front of you. So they can make 1,000 to 3,000 by using my software. So I can charge $100 easy if I can provide a result. Okay, this is a big if. If I can provide a result, I can charge that amount. Okay, so this is my view about pricing. And yeah, where is the screen? Yeah, so specifically for my thing is it's kind of tiered, but the idea that I did in Birdomate is basically you can buy 100, 150, 200. There is a certain amount of quantity, and you can only buy a minimum 100, of course, and I priced based on messages. I wouldn't copy this because it's bad. Like, it's not a good thing, but it's a good start because it's easy to code. Okay, it's easy to do. One payment button, it's easy to do, and that's it. Like, after that, you can go to plans, you can do whatever you want, but don't overcomplicate this because, you know, coding subscriptions takes more time. Takes more testing, takes more maintenance, and you don't really know if these plans are what people want. So I'm trying to baby step myself to a point where people will tell me, okay, or to a point where I see a pattern where people buy certain amount of things, they get some kind of value, and with the time improve my offers and my plans. Yeah, so that's my answer for this question. I see that we have no other questions. So how long are we in here actually? Let's see. So 40 minutes. 40 minutes, yeah, 40 minutes, I think it's a good. And actually, I don't know if any of you is creating content and is interesting, what I'm gonna do after this live stream. So I gave you all sorts of answers, and some people maybe have these questions too, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take clips out of this live stream and I'm gonna make them separate videos. Then let's say, so you asked me really nice, good questions, and hopefully I provided value. I'm gonna take these 4 or 5 questions that you asked me, people. I'm gonna chop them to clips and I'm gonna upload each and one of them to YouTube, and I'm gonna rank on the keyword, I don't know, building SaaS, you know, and then I'm gonna, over time, there is also a SEO game in YouTube, okay? Over time, I'm gonna rank and I'm gonna get traffic for free just by doing this kind of thing with you. So think about it. This is a hack. If you create content, this is the way I create content, kind of passively, and I create once and I distribute many times. So this is just something that I was thinking to share with you. Yeah, so a few more. So yeah, I'll put a timer for 5 minutes. Where is my timer? And yeah, if you have no questions in the next 5 minutes, we are gonna finish. Let me see if maybe someone has commented here. Yeah, so there is nothing in here. Another hack. Yeah. Another way that I can create content is wait, I have some notes in here. So yeah, another way that I can create content, for example, if you are watching and you are building an audience, first of all, build a Twitter audience. Then, so my process is I build a Twitter audience. Now I can use it in other places. How? So for example, this thread, I got 150 likes for this thread. So I know this thread is validated. I know this is something people are interested. So if I take this thread and I make it a video and I upload it to YouTube, again, I have content that is validated, that people want, that people are going to search for, and I'm gonna get traffic for free organically by just taking this piece of content and moving that to YouTube. So if you are thinking to build a Twitter audience, this thing is so powerful, more than you think, because what I did on Twitter is I was learning how to create content. Twitter is the best platform to learn how to create content. Why? It's easy to create. You can create a tweet in literally seconds. It teaches you copywriting. It teaches you how to listen to the market. It teaches you research market. It teaches you all the fundamentals of building an audience. It teaches you, if you can see, branding, copywriting, networking, creating value, all these valuable lessons, and it can do it for you fast. Once you do that, you can basically go to any platform on the internet and create audience there, okay? Because the fundamentals are the same in each and every platform. If I want to go to YouTube, I can do that. If I want to go to LinkedIn, I can do that easily. If I want to go to Instagram or TikTok, I can do that, because this you learn how to write. Writing makes your brain, it makes concise and easy to digest content. So now basically this thread that I created and it's validated, it's a script ready to record that I can create in 5 minutes, packed with value. That's so crazy to me. And I don't know. Yeah, so let's see, what is the best channel for paid traffic? So yeah, the question is paid traffic. So honestly, I pretty much have zero or very little experience with paid traffic. I did run some ads, but really like basic level stuff. So I can't really recommend or give you any advice based on that. What I can say is, okay, this is my knowledge on that, is first of all, on Wednesday, I'm gonna do a Twitter space with Chris, which is basically I Love SaaS. Again, if I Love SaaS, okay, this guy, he coached people how to do paid ads, and he himself invested millions in ads. So we are gonna do a Twitter space on Wednesday. Come hang out and ask your paid ads questions. Okay, it will be on Wednesday. I'm gonna post about it on my feed. So stay tuned. What I can do say is paid traffic versus organic. Organic always wins, in my opinion. But my strategy in terms of paid traffic, so I posted on my Twitter account that all sorts of things about paid traffic. My strategy with that, before going to paid traffic, and a lot of online marketing gurus or whatever, online people, online marketing millionaires and online marketing gurus again recommend, online marketing gurus recommend, first of all, start small. Start by doing it manually. Start by getting product market fit. Finding exactly what's the message that people resonate with. What's the problem that you are solving. What's the pricing. And what already works manually. So when I say manually, it's either, cold DMing or organically building an audience. And that's the main ways you can do it manually. Once you do that, once you get paid, and my strategy for that is, once I get to 1K with SaaS, I can then identify exactly who is my ideal customer, what's pricing, what's the problem I'm solving, and I can take all that, I can create ads that convert well, that convert way better than not doing that. So my ideology, my strategy for that is, first of all, manually do it, then scale with ads. Okay, because you can by the way, you can start with ads, and I know some people that are experienced. They already know, they already built businesses before, they already know how it's working and everything. So they start with ads, and they have the money to burn to find out all these things with ads, to find out what is the right message, what is the right all these things. Okay, if you don't have money and you don't have budget, I would recommend doing it manually, building an audience first, and doing all these things, because paid ads is a skill of itself. It's a good skill. I'm gonna learn this skill pretty soon, but it's either you learn the skill of paid ads or you learn the skill of marketing manually, which is organic, creating content, reaching out to people. It's either way, but each of these are skills that need to be learned. It takes time to learn them. So it's either you pay with your time to learn the skills of manually blah blah, or you invest money. And yeah, it really depends on what you prefer, what's your resources, and I prefer always speed. So now using content and organic works pretty good for me, because I have access to a lot of people throughout my profile. But maybe soon, once I figure this thing out, putting money would make me go faster. Okay, so again, it's a question of what's the resources you have and what can get you the faster results or the faster insights and data, basically. So that's my So that's about paid traffic. Yeah, I don't see any other questions in here. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna end this stream, and don't forget, by the way, to subscribe to this channel. Okay, I'm gonna take maybe don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna upload little clips of value, answering questions, doing live streams. This live stream, I'm gonna delete it in, I don't know, I think in 24 hours I'm gonna delete this live stream, and I'm gonna take this content and create it somewhere else. Maybe I'm not gonna create it, but you know, if you want to come and enjoy and hang out, subscribe and click the notification bell. So whenever, you know, I'm doing a live stream or whatever, you get notified and you come and you can ask your questions and so on and so forth. Hopefully it was an insightful stream. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like it was a good improvement from the last time. Yeah, so I'll see you on the Twitter feed. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time.